All right, let's talk about something huge happening in space. India and Japan, two of Asia's absolute powerhouses in space exploration, are joining forces. And their target? One of the most ambitious missions you can imagine. A high-stakes hunt for water in the darkest, most mysterious parts of the moon. This is going to be good.
And this quote from India's Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, it really nails the whole spirit of this thing. This isn't just about exploring for the sake of exploring or, planting a flag. The real goal here is to push science to its limits in a way that actually makes life better for all of us, right here on Earth.
So, who are the big players in this new lunar alliance? Well, we're talking about a formal team-up between India's space agency, ISRO, and Japan's agency, JAXA. And this is way more than just a handshake deal. It's a genuine merger of incredible minds and cutting-edge technology.
So the mission itself has a name, LUPEX. It stands for the Lunar Polar Exploration Mission. And yeah, as the name tells you, they're aiming for the moon's south pole, which is scientifically one of the most fascinating but also one of the most ridiculously challenging places we could possibly try to go. And when you look at how they're splitting up the work, it's really smart. They're totally playing to their strengths. You've got Japan's JAXA handling the pure muscle with its massive H3 rocket and building the tough little rover that's going to do the exploring, and then you have India's ISRO, still riding high from their Chandrayaan success, bringing their proven landing expertise to build the lander and packing it with all their advanced scientific gear. I mean, it's a perfect matchup. Okay, but a mission this ambitious? Well, it doesn't come cheap, not even close. So let's follow the money and talk about the serious investment both of these countries are pouring in to make this lunar dream a reality.
Kicking things off on India's side, ISRO has a budget of over 13,000 crore rupees for the fiscal year 2025-26. To put that in perspective for you, that's about 1.6 billion US dollars. That is a huge signal of just how committed India is to its space program.
And here's a quick look at how that cash is split. Think of it this way. A little less than half is for capital expenditure. That's the money for building the big, shiny new toys, the rockets and satellites. The other half is revenue expenditure, which basically keeps the lights on and, more importantly, pays the salaries of the brilliant people making all this magic happen. It's a really smart balance.
Now let's hop over to Japan. JAXA's budget for fiscal year 2025 is over 151 billion yen. That's roughly $1 billion US dollars. So when you add their investments together, you're looking at a multi-billion-dollar bet on the future of exploring the moon.
But wait, there's more. Japan has also created a separate 300 billion yen space strategy fund. That's another $2 billion, and it's specifically designed to just fuel innovation. It really shows they're not just thinking about one mission. They're playing the long game to supercharge their entire space tech industry.
But you and I both know that space exploration is never just about the money. It's a business of incredible risk and incredible reward. The road to the moon, well, it's paved with some spectacular wins and some absolutely gut-wrenching failures.
And this timeline, wow, it just shows you how wild this world is. I mean, look at this recent period alone. November 2024, a JAXA engine explodes. Ouch. But just a month later, ISRO nails a tricky docking test. Then in February, JAXA gets a huge win with its H3 rocket. But then in May, an ISRO mission fails. In June, a lander partnered with JAXA crashes on the moon. So painful. And then, just 1 month later, ISRO is back with a massive success, launching the NISR satellite. It is a constant, crazy roller coaster.
And those failures? They come with a very real, very big price tag. That one PSLV mission failure we mentioned cost ISRO around 850 crore rupees. We're talking over $100 million gone. It's a brutal reminder of what's at stake every single time a rocket lifts off that pad.
But here's the crucial thing about space agencies. Failure is the best teacher you could ever ask for. Every setback provides a mountain of data. For ISRO, it means a laser focus on making every rocket stage more reliable. For JAXA, it's all about building in more backup systems, more redundancy for their hardware. And by working together on LUPEX, they can share these hard-won lessons, making their joint mission stronger than anything they could build on their own.
So with all this risk, all this investment, what's the ultimate prize? Why is this mission so incredibly important? Let's dive into why finding water on the moon could be a true game changer for all of humanity.
So yeah, let's just ask the question directly, because the answer really gets to the core of why we're so obsessed with space exploration right now. Why are we going back to the moon, and why is this mission so critical?
Okay, so the payoff really comes in 3 big parts. First, unlocking secrets. Finding water ice is the key to, well, everything. It gives you drinking water, you can crack it into breathable oxygen, and you can even split it into hydrogen and oxygen for rocket fuel. It's the single most important resource you'd need for a future human base. Second, it's about building better tech. This partnership forces both agencies to create more resilient, basically bulletproof systems. And third, fueling economies. This mission is a massive spark for innovation and job growth back home. And that economic growth, it is not a small piece of this puzzle. Projections show that India's space economy alone could rocket to a value of $44 billion in the near future. Missions like LUPEX are a direct investment in making that happen. And that $44 billion isn't just about rockets. It's about the ripple effect. A mission this complex sparks new startups in fields like AI and advanced manufacturing. It creates brand new high-tech jobs, leads to new patents, and cements both India's and Japan's roles as major players in the booming global space economy.
But in the end, LUPUX is about something more than just technology or money. It's about that deep, fundamental human need to explore, to venture into the unknown. We're about to look into the coldest, darkest corners of the moon for the very first time, and it leaves us with one heck of a question. What secrets have been hiding, just waiting for us in those eternal shadows?